All right, welcome back to Study Ball. We're going to continue on our NFL Draft 2021 series on draftable quarterbacks. We've already looked at Trey Lance. We've looked at Justin Fields. Today, we're moving up to number 3 on my list, and that's Mac Jones. And he's number 3 because I believe he's the best processor of information of these top five quarterbacks in this year's draft. Now, as I've said in the other series, that hey, if you're going to look at the athleticism and the body size and some of the things that the quarterbacks can do overall, man, you could easily put Justin Fields and even Trey Lance ahead of Mac Jones, because where he probably suffers more than anybody else is the lack of physicality. And so I'm not looking at, once again, the athletic traits because I just don't understand it. I don't know how that translates. I do look at quarterback athleticism, which to me is different, the ability to control your body and make different kinds of throws. But processing, as I've said, is really where I look at these quarterbacks and where I judge them first and foremost, because I believe that's what translates. Then I look at quarterback athleticism, the ability to make plays inside the pocket, make plays when your feet are off schedule, and some of those different things, which you'll see a little bit more as we move into Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, who do that extremely, extremely well. But we're going to take a look at Mac Jones, and as I said, to me, the best processor of information of these top five quarterbacks. Now, we always got to take into consideration he played at Alabama with tremendous talent around him, tremendous talent in front of him, allowing him to process and go through things, and that's what makes this analysis or evaluation of quarterbacks so extremely difficult, is everybody's playing in different situations, and you've got to take it, one snap to the next snap, and then there's going to be times where it's not apples to apples, and so you've got to try to determine what you like, what fits, what you're trying to do offensively, and what you believe translates to the next level. So let's take a look at Mac Jones. All right, so as we take a look at Mac Jones here, processing, the ability to know what he's seeing. All right, so on this play, we're going to have a deep over here, and we're going to have a little stick and post back to this side. We've got one safety back in the middle of the field. Okay, pretty simple concept right here, only a 3-man route. Idea is we get man-to-man coverage. We're thinking one of these two guys based on a middle safety closed type look. And so now it's all about, what does this safety do? And you're going to see Mac Jones manipulates him with his body, kind of slides to the left, eyes to the left, just looking to get this guy to turn his hips, as you see right there, turning his hips to this sideline. Boom, now I'm going to lay this ball up where my guy can make a play on it. And that's what you want to have. You want a guy at the quarterback position that gives your playmakers chances to make plays. A lot of playmakers in Alabama. So the key is, man, don't overthrow them. Don't miss some of these routes, but give your playmakers chances to make plays, as he did right there. I really like this one. So this is all about being able to understand what the concept is before the snap, what the look is, and being able to eliminate guys or try to find your big throws. Okay, so they run a deep cross here, or what I might call an influence, and they've only got one receiver here on the backside. So anytime you have this as a quarterback, what you want to do is I want to see what the backside defender is doing here. Here he's pressed. Great. I know if he's pressed that he's probably not going to fall off and cover this deep area. So once I get that press man look on the backside, I'm feeling pretty good that I'm going to come out and peek this guy. And if he stays down or if he chases man, first look is going to be back into this voided area with my guy, one of my better players, running away from the defense. This is a really hard cover for this middle safety right here because it happens so quick for him to void the middle and jump this deep crosser. So I'm looking for what the relationship is between my backside receiver and the DB. So Mac Jones gets press here. You're going to see that. Knows that ahead of time. You see his eyes. His eyes go this way. Why do his eyes go this way? Well, I know I've got press here. I know this guy's running a shallow and he's getting out of there. So this whole area is going to be voided. My whole key, as I just said, it's a tough cover for that guy, but I just want him to think I'm throwing it somewhere over in this area to keep him held there until my deep crosser can beat his guy and get into that void. And you see it again right here. Buys time, knows what he's looking for, moves that free safety. His guy gets across, nice ball on the backside for a touchdown, understanding what you're seeing pre-snap and being able to follow through after the snap. Similar type look right here. We're going to have press on the backside. I know this guy is going inside, so I like it. We're going to have another deep over right here, but we've got a safety kind of sitting in a quarters look to the backside. So as we come off the play fake, what do I have to do? I've got to see what this safety is doing. I know I've got the relationship I want right here, but I got to make sure this guy comes out of that area and gives me one-on-one from there. He comes across, he sees that safety kind of squatting in that area, doesn't become a factor. Now he puts this ball up and over, second level, good throw down the field. Again, put that ball out there, be a little bit more accurate, and these are the things you're going to have to wonder about Mac Jones is the physicality. Just the physical gifts of being able to throw the football. Is there enough to excel? And when I mean excel, that doesn't mean to start at the NFL level. I believe he's got plenty to start. But can he excel and carry a football team with his right arm is going to be the biggest question mark with Mac Jones, because there's a lot of other things to like, specifically when we're talking about the processing, seeing the field, and understanding what he's doing with the football in a timely fashion. Little play fake right here. We're going to have an in route with the post up over the top. This is a play that we love against quarters coverage. So 1, 2, now they're playing really a too high back here, but so we get a quarters look front side and then a cover 2 look backside. But we like that 48 combination in post. We like that against the quarters look. So you'll see Mac Jones off the play fake, he looks at this safety. I want to make sure this safety isn't going back to the middle of the field. Stay on your half of the field. I'm in great shape. Now I can work these 2 defenders up top. So he peeks that, gets what he wants with the backside safety. Now he goes to the front side safety. This guy has squatted his feet. He is waiting for this in to jump it. So what are we going to do? We're going to let this ball go up and over the top, go get ourselves a big one by understanding the coverages, understanding what I need to do with my eyes, and getting to those big throws and reads in a timely fashion. You're going to see this over and over again. He does a lot of good things in this regard. So here we've got that same look. Okay, so let's go back to the top here. All right, so right here, we're going to have the same combination, an in and a post here. And you'll notice it looks very similar to what we saw on that last play. Looks like 1, 2 quarters look over there, and this safety is playing a too high look with my rolled corner backside. So it looks like I'm getting the same look. On the snap, what happens? On the snap, we get rotation. We get rotation to the middle of the field. Once we get that, we don't like this post anymore because we got a safety back there, nobody holding him. We've got this in. There's bodies there to take that away. Mac Jones peeks at it, understands what he's seeing. He's going to come back here to his one-on-one on the backside because of his pre-snap. Quick post-snap read, understanding that, hey, it looked like quarters. They rolled to 3. Man, let me get to my one-on-one. Let me make this game easier. Boom. Just put the little stop on the backside, and I'll take my one-on-one. Great recognition and understanding of what he's seeing, what the defense is doing before and on the snap to get him to the right place. All right, so they got kind of a funky look here based on what they're doing, but trying to run a seam and an in. They've got an influence coming here and then a corner to the backside. Ohio State goes to the middle closed. So if my number 2 receiver, as you can see, he gets rerouted and banged, but if he gets through here, I've got a chance to work this safety seam to seam if this plays out right. Now it gets kind of ugly over here, so that wouldn't have been the case, but knowing this, knowing I got one-on-one on the backside, I'm going to get a linebacker that's on my fastest receiver or my guy, my Heisman Trophy winner down the middle of the field. I'm trying to negotiate this safety and get him moving to the middle of the field. If he does, I know I've got all this space up over the top to attack this. So once again, working his eyes and his shoulders. Does a nice job on numerous plays here that we've seen, working his eyes and his shoulders to get this guy to turn. Right there, He opens his hips once again to the middle of the field. Once he does that, this is all over as long as I can make a good ball up and over this linebacker here, which he does. Great touch, laying it out there, putting it right on the money, not carrying him to the backside cornerback. And we're going to go get ourselves a touchdown. Just slight manipulation inside the pocket, good timing and understanding, and we get another big play right here. All right, so this is a play that I like to call pinch. Okay, so we're going to go vertical down the middle of the field. We're going to run a hook right here, and then we're going to run the big end over the top. So we got two high safeties. So my first peek will be down the middle of the field. See how they're going to cover it down the middle of the field. So looks like we might have a chance. This safety is widening there, but you'll notice as we run this, okay, this DB decides to chase down the middle of the field. Okay, now my read goes to this defender. This defender, you'll see, is going to move towards that hook, going to open that in back behind him, processing, able to see all of that. And once again, let's watch eyes of Mac Jones. Comes out, first thing he does is peek to this side. Why is he peeking to this side? I want to know what this safety is doing. If this safety moves like I think he's going to move, with my receiver going outside, now I know what's happened on the backside. So if I get a chance at this guy down the middle, I've verified what this backside safety is doing. So the first peek, and we've seen that on just about every play, he's peeking at something, using his eyes to be able to manipulate the defense really, really well and know what he has because he's going to come back to the front side. So now he comes back to the front side. He gets the run right there. So now he works through that to the hook. And we see this guy starting to move over. And it's really right there. He starts to make that move, sees it, using his body again and his shoulders, peeking out here at this, gets a little bit of movement there, and is able to wrap the end back behind it. Really well done. And as he's manipulating, it might be a little bit late on this throw, a little too far into the middle of the field, but it was all about the manipulation, understanding what you're seeing, and still not hitting this on the backside. We never want to hit it in route across the middle of the field because you never really know what's going on the backside. So does a nice job with his eyes initially, reading through this from 1 to 2 and getting to number 3 on the big end. Nice hit on the throw right between those linebackers. Lots of really, really good things with his eyes, understanding what he's seeing. And this is one I just like. They're going to come back with a similar type play here. Pressure here by Notre Dame. So all we've got is really a two-man route in this situation. So not a lot happening right here. Got to see what this guy does right here. This guy chases. Only other option is that end because it's really a two-man route based on the pressure that's coming. He gets that turn and run. He's got pressure in his face, able to let this ball go, give his guy a chance to make a play. Really well done, just seeing, once again, the nuances. This guy right here. This guy flattens off. I got to take my shot up over the top. That guy turns and runs with pressure, able to anticipate that and put a good ball on his receiver and get a big play against pressure. Okay, a couple more here, just kind of showing not only his processing, but I like his ability to understand how to make different throws, how different throws come out, and the ability to see that quick, process that, and put the ball in the right place. So we're going to have the old mesh concept right here, and then we're going to have what I call bullets out here. So this bullets is kind of half swing, half wheel route. So we got man-to-man coverage here. So as we're going through here, we're trying to get a little rub on that linebacker right there. So this linebacker is covering the back right here. So we're trying to get a little bit of a rub. Does this guy go underneath? If he goes underneath, I look to throw this over the top. If this linebacker goes high, then I'm looking to hit this right now, either quick or on the back shoulder, and allow my running back to be able to make a play on this linebacker off the quick throw. So you'll notice right here, has to make a play fake, sees the relationship, sees this linebacker right here go up over the top, and you're going to see, does a nice job recognizing it. Boom, get the ball out, put it on the back shoulder, keep it away from the defender, and let's go get ourselves a nice first down here just by understanding the relationship. What is this guy doing? Under, we throw over. He goes over, we throw under. Nice job. Doesn't have to throw it 100 miles an hour. Doesn't try to rush this thing. Good ball on the back shoulder. Easy to catch. Easy first down. So now we're going to come back with a very similar play. All right, so we're going to release through here, and then we're going to have our back on a bullets again. So this guy steps up here. So we're saying to ourselves, okay, we're going to throw it up over the top of him. But we've also got a safety back here that we've got to recognize. So if we're going to throw that, we can't throw it up and over. That's picked off. So he's able to recognize that the linebacker comes underneath. I'm going to take it on the second level, but I've got a safety up over the top. So now I've got to put the ball with a little more velocity on it. I got to put the ball in between these two guys, protect the football, protect my man, and recognize what I need to do on these throws. Mac Jones does a good job with this sort of stuff, of recognizing it, what kind of throws, and making a very catchable ball for his receiver in between those two defenders. Really, really well done once again. So you see it right there. You see what there is to like about Mac Jones. His ability to understand what he's seeing pre-snap. His ability to manipulate the defense post-snap. Recognize what he's getting and get the ball out on time. And then with those last couple you saw, his ability to recognize the different kinds of throws that you have to make. Recognize that, hey, I don't have to always throw it 100 miles an hour if I know what I'm doing, if I'm on time, and I understand the kind of throw I need to make. So a lot of good things to like about Mac Jones. We'll continue on a little bit more of that in part 2, and then I'll show you some of the things that I worry about at the next level, and it's really about his athleticism, his arm talent, the ability to physically be able to make all of those key second level throws when you don't live in a perfect world. See you on part 2.